everybody. It's time for math. Thank you for joining me today. It's so good to have you. All right, so we are going to do a little bit of a review in math. That's going to combine a lot of the things we talked about in math, and I found a really cool book, so I hope you enjoy it as well. Let's get started. As always, we start with our anticipatory set. So let's check it out. Be listening, looking, and thinking about what you may be learning about based off of our video today.
The singing.
Give it just a second, guys.
Have fun and learn math at the same time with Adapted Mind, a fun learning game.
All right, here we go. Pay attention.
Counting from 1 to 10.
One, two, three.
1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6.
7,
7,
8,
8,
9, and 10.
9, and 10.
Do you know how to count?
Yes, I know. How to count?
Do you know
Do you know
how to count?
how to count? Yes, I know. Yes, I know. How to count? How to count?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6.
7,
7,
8,
8,
9, and 10.
9, and 10. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, and 10. 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Can you count from 10 to 1?
I can count from 10 to 1.
Can you count
Can you count
from 10 to 1?
from 10 to 1?
I can count
I can count
from 10 to 1.
from 10 to 1.
10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Great job listening and looking, guys. I'm very proud of you. All right, so based off of what you heard with your ears, saw with your eyes, I want to know what you predict. What do you think you're going to be learning about today? Do you think you're going to be learning about counting? Or do you think you're going to be learning about the weather? And remember, for our prediction, there is no right or wrong, so it's whatever you think. Good job thinking, guys. So speaking of thinking, let's go over our thinking questions. So as we go through the lesson, I want you to be thinking about these specific questions, so at the end, you can answer them better. All right. So the first thinking question is, which picture represents a number? Would it be the frog? Would it be the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4? Or would it be an adventure book? Think about it for a minute. You got this. Good job. I'm going to move on to the next question. All right, what did people use a long time ago to count with? Do you think they used their fingers, a truck, or a calculator? Good job thinking, guys. So let's read and find out what the answer to these questions are. So the name of our book today is Number 12, and it's written by Beverly Osborne. So let's figure out what this is about. We also have our repeated storyline, which is counting helps us every day. All right, let's get started reading, guys. Number 12 is everywhere. We use the number 12 to help us do things every day. It helps us to count things, measure length, and tell time. So think about some of the things you guys have done this year at school. We've measured items, we've measured the length of items, and we've learned about time. So these are things that you guys can relate to. All right, here's our repeated storyline. Counting helps us every day. Great job, guys. All right, what do we see over here? Let's see. I see January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. You guys are familiar with this. This has to do with our calendar. Did you ever wonder why a year has 12 months? A ruler has 12 inches. A clock has 12 hours. These are some things to be thinking about. Let's read. Counting helps us every day. Good job, guys. All right, so how do we learn to count? How did all this happen? So long ago, people needed an easy way to count things. How many goats did they have? How many bricks did they need? All right, guys, get ready. Let's read our repeated storyline. Counting helps us every day. Great job, guys. All right. So they didn't have pencils like you and I have pencils. For instance, I have one right here. Here's my pencil. But they didn't have these a long time ago. But they always had their fingers, like you and I have our fingers. How could their fingers help them count things? So they had a problem, and they had to use their critical thinking steps and critical thinking skills to solve their problem. How did they do this? Let's read our repeated storyline. Counting helps us every day. So your hand has, if you take one hand, you have 4 fingers. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 thumb. For instance, oh, here's my thumb right here. So your fingers bend into 3 parts. And then all of these parts add up to 12. So watch, I'm going to bend my fingers. See, they're moving, they're bending. All right, let's read. Counting helps us every day. So how did they use these fingers to count? To learn how people counted, use the thumb of your other hand. So here's my other hand. Oops, sorry. There you go. Here's the thumb of my other hand. And then here's my 4 fingers, okay? So they're using their thumb to count. So let's check it out. So count the parts of each finger. Remember they said there were 3 parts to each finger. So for instance, if I take this finger, it can bend here, it can bend here, and it can bend at the top. So that's 1, 2, 3, just like the picture shows. And then there would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So where your fingers bend is how they counted to 12. So again, counting helps us every day. So using their fingers, people could count their farm animals. they might count 6 chickens. Here's our chickens, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They might count 3 sheep. So let's think about it. 1, because it bends right there. 2, 3. So that one finger would count 3 sheep. And it would count 3 goats. But if they added them all up together, it would be 12. Because each finger, remember, counted as 12. So you'd have 3, 6, 9, 12. That's how they got 12. Pretty cool, huh? So counting helps us every day. So when their animals had babies, it was easy to count them too. Using both hands, so now they're using 2 hands. We had this hand, we had our left hand, or our right hand in my case, but we're going to add our left hand. We're using 2 hands. People could count to 24 because now they were using 2 hands. It doubled. So one hand represented 12, and then you add another hand in there. That represents another 12. It's 24. Pretty cool, huh? So that's one way they were able to count their animals. Counting helps us every day. Great job, guys. So this year in measurement, we've also talked about rulers. And a ruler is 12 thumbs long. Fingers and the number 12 were also used to find length. And an inch was the width of an adult man's thumb. A foot was 12 thumbs long. So this is how they also used counting in their bodies to figure out measurement, because they had to figure something out. All right. Counting helps us every day. Great job. We also talked about time at the beginning of our story. So we know that there are 12 hours in a day. So let's think about that. People use the number 12 to divide their days into parts, or hours, that they could count. In daylight, they watched the shadow of a stick or a sundial to know what hour it was. So that's what this picture over here represents. So here's the stick and the sundial and the clock. So that puts all of that together. But yes, check that out. Pretty cool. So counting helps us every day. All right, guys. Let's review this. You guys are pretty good at this, but let's review for just a second. Oh, let me move over here. So here's our steps to critical thinking and problem solving. So number one, guys, we listen to our questions, so we've got to use our ears. We're still using our ears. We have to listen to all of our answer choices. Got to use our brain. You got to think about your choices. Then you need to answer the question by choosing one of the answer choices. So let's try this out. All right, guys. Which picture represents a number? Would that be the frog? Would it be our numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4. Or would it be an adventure book? Think for a second. Great job, guys. You're right. Numbers. So this picture has the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 on it. So that represents our numbers. In our story, we learned that they used to use their fingers to count. So 4 would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job, guys. Kind of gave you a clue to the next question. Let's check it out. What did people use a long time ago to count with? Did they use their fingers? Did they use a truck? Or did they use a calculator? Think on it. Remember, you're using your steps to critical thinking and problem solving. Perfect. You're right. They used their fingers. Man, you guys are really paying attention. I appreciate it. All right, so we have our connections to our home, our community, and our world. So since we're learning at home right now, let's check this out. This is something you guys could do at home, and I thought it was pretty cool. So I want you to see it too. Oops, hold on. Here we go. Make it bigger. Hold on. Buried
This is a
treasure.
game called Buried Treasure. It's a counting money game for kids in kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. You'll need a big container filled with rice and coins. You'll also need for each player a scoop and a bowl. So all you do to play is you get a big scoop, you dump it in the bowl, and then you count to see how much treasure you got, how much money you got. For kindergarten or early first grade, it's too hard to count all of the coins together. So what you'll do first is just put in pennies at the beginning and count the pennies. Later on, when you're a little bit better at that, then instead of pennies, put in only dimes. Then you can count by tens. And then when you're good at both of those, then do dimes and pennies together. And then finally, the last thing is all the different kinds of coins mixed together. That's the most fun. And then you just play by scooping and counting your money. And that's how you play Buried Treasure.
Great job paying attention. All right, so this is something you guys could do at home. And you could do it a variety of different ways like she suggested. You could start out with pennies. Then maybe you would want to add quarters. And you could count the different coins that you find in your treasure hunt. All right, let's check out our other one for our community, because this is pretty cool. So it's counting with a scavenger hunt. Let's check it out. Make it a little bit bigger.
Savage neighborhood. There are butterflies on sidewalks, butterflies on driveways, butterflies on doors and windows.
Butterflies.
Yeah, butterflies everywhere.
Everybody gets bored inside, including us.
Kelly and Angela say it's part of their weekly neighborhood scavenger hunt that started a few weeks ago, giving the kids a fun and safe activity.
So there were flowers last week, there's butterflies this week, and then it goes for like another 4 or 5 weeks.
This is a way to bring us outside, bring us back together, and know that we're all rooting for each other and supporting each other.
So you suggested you need.
Emily and her daughter Anna are even writing inspiring messages on theirs.
Well, we just kind of wanted to use this opportunity to spread a little positivity too.
Across Minnesota, similar hunts are keeping kids busy. In Elk River, downtown businesses have started a neighborhood window walk that includes jokes, bears, and hearts. There's also scavenger hunts for all ages. Minneapolis's Farmstead Bike Shop posts a location every day on Facebook.
Every morning.
Owner Brianna Lane says people go to that location, snap a selfie or a picture of their bike. Go to 5 locations and you get a patch.
Yeah, and it also creates community in a way that we can right now.
Helping us get through all of this together.
And it's just a nice way, like I said, to stay positive through all this, because there's a lot of negative stuff out there about it all.
In Savage, Alex Hagan, KARE 11 News.
All right, guys, so as we listen to that video, we know we're all learning from home. And different neighborhoods and communities around here are doing some scavenger hunt too. How can you connect that to counting? Well, in this case, they did butterflies as one of their scavenger hunts at different homes. So you could count the butterflies that you find on your scavenger hunt. All right, let's check out our last one, which is our connection to our world. So we live in the United States, and most of us speak English, not everyone, but the majority of us do. But there's many different languages spoken here. And so our numbers may sound different. So let's check this out for a second.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okba, Eva,
Tatu, Ne, Tano,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Erti, Ori, Sami, Otri, Chuti.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7,
8, 9, 10.
Kelen, Fila, Saba, Nani, Lulu.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, fila, saba, nani.
Bilobi, bilole, bini.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7.
8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And, hulet, sost, patru, cinci, leo.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3.
2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6,
7, 8.
9, 10.
1, 2, 3,
4, 5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What did you guys think about that? It's pretty cool to hear the numbers that we say 1 through 10, in another language. They sound different, but they mean the same thing. All right, guys, so this is where we're going to end with our activities. So on the screen here, I have 4 different websites you can go to try and do 4 different activities, okay? So we have birthday candle count. We have connect the dots. Now that's always a fun one. Caterpillar count. And find the missing monkeys at the circus. So since it's spring, let's check out the caterpillar count. We're going to do that one today. Give it just a second, guys. So remember, we're counting. All right. We're going to tell it to play.
Ready, set, go!
Oh my gosh.
1.
We got to eat the numbers.
2.
2.
You bumped into yourself. Try again.
Uh-oh.
Ready, set, go!
Up here's 3. We got to find 4.
4.
5. We got to find 6.
6. 7.
Oh, we got to slow down. 8. Oh, it's getting trickier. It's getting harder. 9.
10.
10.
Oops. You
Uh-oh.
bumped into yourself. Try again.
Silly caterpillar.
Set, go!
I gotta slow down to get 11. 11. We gotta swirl back around. We gotta get 12. Oh, we're still going. The caterpillar's gonna be huge.
13.
Whoa. Let's go down to the bottom, go up to the top and get 14. 15.
Good job. Wow, you have become a beautiful butterfly.
Great job, guys. So we counted. We used our caterpillar in the game to count, and then at the end, our caterpillar turned into a butterfly. Pretty cool. All right, so there's other activities here you can do as well, but that is the one that I chose to do for this afternoon, or for today. I hope everyone is doing well, and again, Paula, Bo, and myself, thank you for all that you're doing, and we appreciate all of your hard work. Thank you, and stay healthy and safe. Bye, guys. Till next time.